Hidden between the timbers of the ship, Godio's team finds jewelry in pristine condition.
Every day we have some surprise with this wreck. First we found it, and the size of this boat is quite impressive. And we have some very nice luxury item, very good quality. This is the bottom of a cup, a very fine and beautiful cup. We have also found this hairpin, ivory hairpin. And we found very cute gold ring here. Very nice. And we have this exquisite and important gold ring here, which is a gold ring with semi-precious stone with an engraving of a crested bird called intaglia, and it was used as a seal, for example.
After weeks of cleaning the wreck site, divers find a large hole, the wound that sank the ship 2,000 years ago. But there is no way to know if it struck a reef or was a casualty of war. It may take years to solve the mystery of the wreck in Cleopatra's harbor. It is one of the best preserved ancient ships ever found. A ship that Cleopatra may have watched sail by from her royal palace. The palace Frank Godio is determined to find. 2,000 years ago, Alexandria was the wealthiest city in the world, greater than Athens or Rome. Today, a humble fishing fleet has replaced Cleopatra's imperial navy. Somewhere in these waters lie the palaces where she seduced the most powerful men on earth, the mighty Julius Caesar of Rome. And the ambitious Mark Antony. But time has been cruel to Alexandria. 4 centuries after Cleopatra's death, earthquakes and a huge tidal wave toppled the palaces on the harbor front. Scattering them into the bay, creating a massive underwater jigsaw puzzle. If anything remains of Cleopatra's palace, it would be found somewhere in the vast, featureless bay. Two to 10 meters deep, the bay is over 2 square kilometers. Godio needs a starting point for his treasure hunt. His only guide is a faint voice from antiquity. A Greek scribe who journeyed to Alexandria 3 years after Cleopatra's downfall and chronicled the wonders that he saw. His name was Strabo, and he described a sprawling walled city with a great lighthouse, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world.
We know from Strabo that all around this harbor there were palaces and temples. Among them there was also an island with the palace of Cleopatra and a small harbor belonging to the king.
Many maps have been made based on Strabo's writings, but only underwater exploration can provide the missing details. visibility is a problem. Divers can rarely see more than 2 meters through the murky waters, and the slightest storm churns up centuries of silt. To locate the palace, Godio's team uses a variety of sensors to detect the shape of the seafloor below. The harbor is scanned for changes to the Earth's magnetic field, indications that structures may lie buried there. The images are combined with sonar and depth soundings to produce a rough sketch of the submerged jetties and ancient ports. Godio has assembled a multinational team of divers and archaeologists. Godio's team has 8 weeks to find the palace before the torrid Egyptian summer turns the water into an impenetrable soup. At first, the divers have a hard time getting their bearings. Centuries of calcium deposits cover rocks and relics alike, in nearly a meter of solid crust. By chipping away at that crust, the divers expose pieces of the ancient city's wealth and grandeur. A statue of the Greek god Hermes. A coiled serpent, guardian of the city. A sacred bird of Egypt. The head of a Roman empress. Godio gives the divers a new piece of technology, known as the piano for its many black buttons. It helps divers establish their position by receiving signals from a global positioning satellite. But the satellite's data are only accurate within 50 meters. Godio needs much greater precision. So he finds a modern solution in a medieval fortress. A transmitter is mounted in the turrets. Its signals will be used to improve the calibration of the piano underwater.
This receiver is linked to 2 antennas. The first one receives the signal from the satellite. And the second one receives the signal from our base, which is on the tower. The computer will link the 2 signals.
Godio's system is 30 times more accurate than before. This is the first time the GPS system has been used in underwater archaeology, and it allows Godio and his team to establish the longitude and latitude of each location, accurate to within 1.5 meters. The results of the GPS survey are astounding. Frank Godio is able to draw an accurate map of a vanished metropolis.
In 1997 and 8, after archaeological excavation, we were able to precisely define the